Javi, we've just found out that Othmane Mama and also Imrân Louza, but Mama was the one that we thought had the potential to go to the Africa Cup of Nations, hasn't been picked, which is, well, it's great news for Watford Football Club.
Honestly, I'm happy for that because I prefer these two players, important players for us, stay for the next games. We have to play many games next weeks, and they will be with us. It's good news for us. But at the same time, I'm a little bit disappointed for them because I suppose they would like to be with the national team and defending Morocco in this case. But both will have more options, more opportunities. I'm sure of that because they are great players.
If Mama had been picked, he probably wouldn't have got into the team for most of the game. So it's probably better he stays here and plays.
For me, yes, I prefer he stays here. I don't know what he's going to do there. I don't know if he's going to play or not. Everybody knows the quality of Morocco. They have many good players playing in the best leagues in those positions. But for us, it's good because the quality of these two players is difficult to replace. Then in this moment, I suppose they will be sad, a little bit sad, but for tomorrow, they will be ready to compete at the best level for sure.
Have you been surprised at just how well he's adapted to Championship football, considering he hadn't played in England before he came over, then wasn't getting in the team, and then now he's one of the best players on the pitch for the 3 or 4 games he's played?
Yeah, I think he has the quality, he has the attitude, and he's showing in every single game. Is what he needs to play here and in the best places to he can play. I don't have doubt about his quality, and the attitude now is really good.
You've worked with loads and loads of top players. Yeah. What does he need to do to kind of reach their level?
What we need as a team, we are the youngest squad of the championship, and we need time, we need make mistakes, we need to mature, and you have to do it playing, making mistakes, and we try to do it at the same time we get the results we need to compete with the best teams.
Nabizada has just signed a new contract and is an exciting player. Have you seen much of him? Obviously in training you have, and how far off, how close he is to getting into your squad?
I think it's good for the club that Amin stay in Watford for more years. He's a quality player as well, always trying to improve, always working with a positive mentality, and it's good for the club. Now he's training with us, some training sessions, and I'm happy for him, for the club, and we'll see in the future if he can help us in the next games or this season. Because, as you know, there are many games, we have some players injured, and if we need him, we know he will be ready.
And you've got, obviously, Baah and who else is injured on the wing? Vata,
KB,
and Irankunda's form has just dipped a little bit. Then Nabizada may be given an opportunity.
Yeah, he's a player that can play as a winger. And my first week here, he came with us to play against Tottenham in the training ground, a friendly game, and he played really well. From that day, I knew he has the quality we need to compete. And as I told you, I think he's ready. He only needs to work every day with the mentality he has and to wait his opportunity.
Is the rest of the squad okay from Tuesday?
Yeah. All of them are ready. We don't have any news. The players were injured, are in the same point. We are working more with Egil, with Selvik, and we'll see if it's possible to be ready for next game. But he will be ready soon.
Yeah, so that's quite close, which is good.
Yeah.
Some of the players that aren't getting much game time or aren't getting in the team or the squad, with January around the corner, is there a thought that you might be able to maybe push them along and obviously, because if they're not getting in, then they may as well be elsewhere.
You never know, but in this moment, what I can feel is all of them are happy in this squad. At the same time, the players that are not happy, they can try to find a solution. If they prefer to find another club, I think is the best option for them. For us as well, is not an obstacle to find a better place for them. In this moment, I think we have 26 plus 3 keepers, 29 players, some of them injured, but we have a big squad. And if some of them prefer to stay in another place, I think we can do it.
That must be tough having such a big squad. Lots of coaches and managers prefer a much smaller one just because it's easier to manage.
It's not, in my opinion, it's better to have more players because we have many games and many of them in a short period of time. Then you need players. You never know what is going to happen about injuries, about other situations now, the Africa Cup, and you lose players, and then you need a big squad if you want to compete the best level. But in the other hand, some players they are disappointed because they don't play what they expect. Then I think we need a balance, and we have enough players to compete this championship. And if some of them prefer to stay in other place, I think it's something we can do.
Because that would then allow Watford to bring in other players, and I think it's quite clear where you need strengthening.
Not to bring. If there is one good chance, I suppose the club do it, but it's not what I'm concerned in this moment. I try to be focused on the games, try on the points are in play, and try to finish this year the best as good as possible.
On Wrexham, before Tuesday, they were unbeaten in something like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
They're in really good form, and that's a tough place to go to.
Yeah, they played yesterday against Hull, but yeah, they are doing a great season, and we know what we'll have in playing there. It's a very difficult game. When they play at home, they are very aggressive, good balance, defending, attacking. It will be tough, but something that we've lived in the last games, playing away, and I think we are ready.
When you were first here, they were probably a non-league club then, and they've just risen up those leagues with a bit of money.
I know. I remember when Ben Foster was there. I remember it was the moment when I knew about Wrexham, and they did the last very good last seasons, and they deserve to stay where they are in this moment. They deserve, and they are competing very well.
Javi, you talked on Tuesday about the balance of the team not being quite right. One player who's been on the bench a lot for you but hasn't played is Papi Mendy. Is he someone who's in your thinking to maybe balance out that midfield?
Yeah, he's one of the players can play as a midfielder. Yes, center midfielder. We played with Hector and Imrân the most of the games. With Imrân and Edo Kayembe the last some games, and with Papi doesn't play until so far, but I is a player that can give us that position with more balance, but at the same time we are looking for as well with the players we usually play is to be more offensive and defensive, and then of course Papi can be a very good option, and I suppose next games with Edo playing with the national team, he will have the opportunity to play for sure.
Do you think the two in midfield is something you're looking to continue building with, and you're committing to that system?
No, we can play different ways. We can play with two, we can play with 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, 4-3-3 even, or with 3 at back. We can change the shape. It's not so important for me the shape, because after it's more important the characteristics of the players, the movements of the players, and the way you attack, you defend. But in that position as a center midfielder, we have different options, and players more offensive, more defensive as well. I try to find the balance. Sometimes when we play with two up front, is because I think we need these two players to arrive, to be more aggressive into the post, because if we play with only one, we don't have the same options to finish the actions. I try to decide what is the best for the balance of the team, and so far we play more often with 4 than only one game. We started with 3 at back, playing home against Bristol. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It feels like maybe we're talking about problems quite a lot, but it's only 1 defeat in 8 games. So the points are still coming. Do you sense that there's still, the morale is good and the belief is still there?
Yeah, but I like that mentality. I like to feel that we are really disappointed. I like to feel that, because it means that the team wants always more, and they realize that the last game we needed to win, and we missed a great chance to get more points. And it's something happen, and when it happened, we have we start to prepare the next game with the same mentality, with the same happiness, with the same, it's something about that. We believe that we have always the option to win the next game, and we have to fight with that mentality. The atmosphere is good, the relationship is good. All the players, I think, are creating a real team, but day by day we need to keep that mentality if we want to, at the end of the season, to be in the best place, to be with options to compete with the best teams.
Just finally, how are Rocco and KB progressing with their injuries?
Yeah, they are progressing really well. Yeah, the medical staff is doing a great job with all the players, making a big effort every single day, and to help them to recover as soon as possible. And I think they are good. They need, of course, more time because they were really injured. But now we are happy because they are in a good evolution. Yeah.